Yay! Ooh, and the fry. Oh, he's feeling. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, What's Happening brings to you the tag team beer champions of the world, Boots Crosstown. We'll do a real one. Welcome to What's Happening, where we talk and drink beer. And tonight's a Tuesday night special. We're hanging out at Torch Top in Atlanta.
The heart of Atlanta.
Heart of Atlanta.
I haven't been down this far in a while.
Me neither. It's been a minute. But they've got a really killer deal going on. So Mondays, they're now open again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. For a while, they're just Thursday through Sunday. They started back a full week. So doing that, they brought back their Monday night burger night, which is like $2 off, $3 off their regular burger, and they make some crazy burgers as well on those days. So they brought that back for Mondays, and so since they're doing that, they did Monday and Tuesday $3 pours with their house beers. So we picked 3 to start with, and we're gonna do some of their stouts, so we'll do more. So we're gonna do 2 shows. So we're starting off their house beers, and we had some input from our social guru that's helping us out tonight, Raquel, and she wanted to start off with a sour. So we jumped onto a sour, which
Very much looks like it.
very much looks like a sour.
Yeah.
It's guava, right? Which looks
Guava.
literally like guava.
Raspberry and pineapple.
Yes.
We did a porter because this is a coconut porter. She's found out she likes coconut porters. I love coconut porters, so we had to do this one. And of course, you gotta do an IPA. It's a given. You have to do an IPA. This one is their West Coast IPA. This one was called the Mighty Mo.
Mighty Mo.
Good Lord, how did I forget Mighty Mo? Fun fact, Mighty Mo is named after the pipe organ that's at the Fox Theater, also here in Atlanta, Georgia. And this bad boy is truly, I picked this one, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. But this is a true West Coast IPA, comes in at about 8.5%. It is double dry hopped. It was dry hopped with
I remember seeing
Simcoe and Vic Secret in a touch of pine,
Yeah.
as they say. I like pine. It's really, really good. But anyway, so what are we starting off with?
Let's start off with this.
All right.
I mean, they call it the palate wrecker, so why not start with it? It makes sense, right? But looking at this, as you just mentioned, all the characteristics, just looking at what a West Coast should be, color-wise, that nails it.
100%.
I mean, it's not hazy.
It's not hazy.
You can see through it. I mean, not completely through it. So great color. I'd give it on a West Coast easily a 4 out of 5 on that.
Yeah. Smell. Citrus, a little bit of pine. Smells lovely.
Citrus, pine, a little bit of resinous. Oh
Yeah.
I give that another 4 out of 5. That's really a good nail spot there.
Ooh. It's kind of funny. It starts off, you get like a lot of stone fruit, kind of smooth. Then all of a sudden, it's like a wrecking ball. Very resiny, very hoppy, pine.
Yep.
A little dry and finish.
It is dry, yeah.
But it's a great mouthfeel though. Still kind of it maintains a hoppy. Well, actually, I don't really maintains it. That's all I can feel. I just feel like the hops burning my.
Pine and a little bit of resin too.
But man, I'm into that, so I'm not saying it in a bad way. I love
taste-wise,
a West Coast IPA.
What are you going to rate that on
good.
the taste scale?
I'm afraid to say a full-on 4, but I'd say about a 3.9.
I was going to go with about 3.8.
I think it's very, very good.
World Class has that more Christmas.
Yes,
to it, maybe.
I think maybe that's what it is. I get the dryness. It's not quite as crisp, but it still maintains the hop and the pine and the resin is there. Maybe a little bit more resin. Maybe what else? I don't know. But very, very good. I still like that one a lot.
Mouthfeel for me, about 3.75. I think we said that it's
That's
good.
true.
Look at that dryness at the end.
Yeah, mouthfeel, I'd say about 3.75. Color's amazing. The aroma is what I would expect. Still overall solid beer, but yeah, I'm good at 3.9. I think that's what I'm kind of feeling.
Overall, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go about probably a 3.8, which is a very good beer. 4 is right where you have to try it. and this is close to it. Very, very, very good. But that's kind of where I think I'm gonna go at.
So this one right here is called the Anthem of the Angels. This is their coconut porter. This is their 4th iteration of it. So they've modified it every year just a little bit, and basically every year they ramp up on the coconut. So 6%, so it's easy drinking. It is dark. It's not like, I don't know, you can't see through it, but it kind of has a.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's the coconut that lightens it up a little bit, but it is it's a porter, but it's not a very dark porter.
Yeah, it's not an imperial. So there's imperial porters. It's kind of like
that smell.
I think that's a good color.
That is a good smell. That has great aromas.
The smell is insane.
Coconut and chocolate.
Yes.
That roastiness a little bit. That's definitely like a 4.25 on that smell for this.
That might
wow.
even be light. I think the smell is amazing. Wow. Dude, that's like, it's almost like candy. It is
roasted chocolate
so
with coconut.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, roasty, chocolatey, coconut. And it's only 6%, but as funny as you'd still say you should get a little bit of booziness or a little bit of alcohol, nothing. It's just like, just absolute goodness.
Now, if you do not like coconut, you are not going to like this beer because there is definitely the coconut flavor on this. So make sure if you do order something like this, you are a fan of coconut.
If you're not a fan of coconut, this may make you a fan of coconut.
But for this style coconut
So
porter,
good.
I'm going to have to go with a 4.15 for the taste.
Yeah.
We're definitely really good on the taste for the style.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, mouthfeel. I would have to say. Now I know porters are a little less than stouts, but it was a little light.
Yeah.
Not super light, but it was a little on the light side for me.
I think mouthfeel is I would say it's light, but it still does maintain the flavors. You still do keep the chocolate, light chocolate. You do get the coconut. You get more roasty and coconut more so than the chocolate. But it still has a nice mouthfeel. Considering this is 6%, it's not going to really cling. I would say mouthfeel is, God, it's so hard to rate that. I don't know, 3.8. I'm thinking it's not quite a 4, but it's kind of. I like the mouthfeel of it because it's not overpowering and it's not like it hangs in there. You know, like it's not like coating, but I think it gives a nice representation of what it is. That's just me.
Yeah. And I'd say overall, this one I rate a little higher. I rate the other one 3.8, about 3.9 for me. Almost there, but it's good.
For a 6% coconut porter, I think it's one of the best ones I've had. I'm gonna bump it up. I'd say easily a 4, maybe 4.1. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just simplistic in the sense of nothing overly crazy in it. It's just executed perfectly. I love that. Let's do one more here
with the sour, and this one is called.
This one is the
Hive.
Voices of the Hive.
Voices of the Hive.
Voices of the Hive. So this one is, they're obviously sour. Nice color. I mean, the color almost, it screams like strawberry and, shoot, I want to say,
color's always tricky with a sour because it can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at pink guava and raspberry,
thank you, guava. God, it drew a blank. Thank you.
and then
And also, it's quite a grapefruity color, but it kind of looks like it's along the lines of. I just think it's like a pink grapefruit.
Yeah, pink grapefruit. Definitely pink grapefruit. Now, you can tell that's a sour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice tartness.
You get that tartness and that fruit. Oh yeah, you can tell. That's a sour. That gets ya.
Get you, man. God. Ooh, that is sour.
It's sour, but you still get get the fruit. You get the guava, the raspberry brings a little bit of tartness, and then the pineapple is subtle. Yep. It's subtle, but it brings a little bit of that pineapple flavor at the end. Low as it's going towards the
What's
end.
funny is he said this one is the least sour of the sours. So now I really want to try one of the other sours to see what it tastes like. Yeah. But I think it's very, very good. Color-wise, it's excellent. Smell, aroma is amazing. Get one more sip for the mouthfeel part. Guava. I get more guava and I guess more of the raspberry kind of tartness.
Yeah.
Like I said, the pineapple is very thin, so you don't get the pineapple as much, but it's got a nice mouthfeel. And it's pretty true to what they say it's going to be. That's the other thing too. It's like it's always a crapshoot on you throw this fruit into it. Is it really going to taste like what they say it is? They did a very nice job in hitting what it should be.
Yep.
I'll go first. I'm usually rated first. I usually second. I'm gonna say this one's very good. I'm gonna go about 3.75. 3.75.
This is, for me, rating sours is the hardest because there is just so many different styles out there, so many different fruit, so much going on. Even you got your burn liners, your kettles, smoothies. It's tough. But this one, I'm gonna go with a 3.9 as well. Very, very, very good. It's
All
refreshing
right.
to me. It is very refreshing. It's something I could easily enjoy any time of the year, even when it's warm out, to get something with that. So I'll go 3.9. One go must try because Six Bridges has a pink guava, which is kind of similar. So you can get some of these around here, but still pretty good overall. This is our 3. We're gonna try some more here.
Yeah, we're gonna try some more.
Right?
So I think we kind of all, it sounds like we have a favorite. So of the 3 that we've tried so far, and by the way, stay tuned. We are going to do a couple of stouts. That's some killer stouts, 12.8%. So
Yeah,
some
I think a
good boys.
hazy too, a hazy boy.
And a hazy. Want to try a hazy as well. So 3 different styles, 3 different beers, obviously completely.
Yeah.
And
If they said, here's the 3, you're ordering another one, which one would you get? Right now, I'd go with
really,
I'd go with the sour.
okay. If I'm ordering one, I'm going with this one. I think this joint is crazy good. And also, I want to highly recommend the Woo fries. Very, very good.
Welcome back to Let's Hoppining, where we are still back at Torch Top.
Yes.
We saw some other things on that brewery list, and we definitely had to try them, especially of this variety. Some of my favorites here. But we want you to try a couple, maybe before that we'll try another sour.
Yeah, they had a couple more house ones, so you should at least try these as well. So we want to try to mix it up a little bit. And
This one's more of a little personal
Yes,
choices rather
yes.
than house choices,
yes,
just based on our styles. But we have a sour, a hazy IPA, and then 2 stouts. But I think to start with the sour. We'll start with the sour, and this one is, I think, raspberry with, I think, a side of raspberry, and then I think
And then
added
more
some more
raspberry.
raspberry on that one.
and then it was fermented, 3 pounds of raspberry puree per gallon of beer. This is called Raspberry Lucy. Is a kettle sour, 6.3%.
Raspberry with raspberries and more raspberries.
raspberries.
Re-fermented on more
Raspberries.
So I'm hoping I get raspberries.
I don't
on
get
this
much
bad boy.
raspberry.
But it looks a lot like the previous one we had. A little darker though, just because the other one had guava and pineapple. So it is a little darker. Smell, it's not still the raspberry, not different smell, but still raspberry.
Yeah.
At least I hope it'll be raspberry.
I hope so.
Taste, raspberry. No surprise there. Tartness of the raspberry flavor. Now, surprisingly though, it's not as sour as the previous one.
No.
You don't get that behind the jaw sour, kind of like the other one was hitting you on with. It's really, this one's more about the fruit than the sour to me.
It's a bright raspberry smell. I wouldn't say it's like overly powerful. It's there, and it has a little bit of tartness to it. I mean, it's kind of weird that you can smell tart, but it doesn't smell like straight up raspberry. It smells like it's got a little bit. It smells like a candy. I mean, or like a no.
How does this compare?
The other one's better.
Okay. What did you give the previous one?
The other one, I like the fact that it had the fruit, the tart, right here, hurt a little bit, sucked in your jaw some too. You know what I mean? It was truly a sour. Very tart, very juicy still, had everything. This one right here is just a lot of raspberry, and it's got a little bit of tartness, but it's kind of like, it's still a good beer, but it just kind of stops. It's just kind of like, here's raspberries.
I gave the previous one a 3.9. This one's probably about 3.75. A little back for me.
Yeah, me too.
It just doesn't have the extra characteristics that the other one did with the sourness and the different levels of taste.
I'm a little bit, maybe below that, about 3.7.
Okay.
It's still good.
Fair enough.
I would get the other one. The other one I highly recommend if you like sours. This one is good, but it's just not quite sour.
The other one had more going for it.
Yes.
We'll just say that one. Hazy IPA.
You have to get a hazy because it's
You
the
gotta get a
thing.
hazy. They have a hazy. It's still the in thing. I don't know
Yep.
for how much longer, but it's still the in thing.
6 weeks.
And looking at this, it is definitely unfiltered. It is definitely hazy. It's actually a little darker than what you would actually get on your normal hazy. It almost looks like their West Coast, where they didn't filter it.
Exactly. Yeah, I like this. Unfiltered West Coast IPA.
Yeah. We'll see. Smell. Actually smells like a standard IPA.
Yeah.
Not a
sharp,
West Coast,
little
not
crisp.
a hazy, just kind of like your standard
It's not
IPA.
fruity
but-
and juicy at all.
You know what? That's a little maltier than I expected for a hazy. You know, hazy, you usually don't get as much as the malt. They ferment it and let the hops.
It should taste
kinda-
like juice and very
Yeah.
smooth,
Yeah.
no bitterness. It should be clean, fruity, juicy, no bite.
Yeah.
This one, don't get me wrong, it's still a good beer, but if you ask me honestly, hazy IPA, I'm not gonna put this as a hazy IPA. You're right, it's got more. It's more of an IPA flavor to it. It's got more of the hops. It's a little bit of it's sharp. If that makes any sense. I just don't get a hazy IPA from it. I think if they listed it as an American IPA or pale
Filtered
ale,
it,
whatever,
you'd be pretty
it'd be
good.
fine. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I think if you're gonna go with true to form, is this a hazy IPA? It's not.
I think you really nailed it spot on. Filter it, call it a regular IPA, and I'd say this is a pretty good regular IPA.
100%.
You get a little bit of malt, a little bit of the juice, a little bit of the hop. It's really tastes more of your standard IPA. So, as far as a regular IPA, I'd rate this pretty good, but unfortunately this is a hazy IPA, so I'm going to have to dock it a little bit. The look, I'm probably going to give it about maybe a 3.5. It has hazy, but the color's a little off.
Yep.
Smell, it smells like a regular IPA.
3.5 would be nice across the board.
Taste, I mean, this doesn't feel like the category. It's not bad, but I
would rather say not rated, because I don't want to say anything bad, because their beer here is excellent. I just think this one misses. It's a good beer, but it misses on what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I will say this: it has very nice head retention. I mean, it does looks nice on that end. It's just not quite what I thought it'd be.
So now moving to
What we're here for?
the big boys, the 12% stouts. Now this is something. Looking at the list, this is what I was most looking forward to. The descriptions on these really is where I was really was like, ooh, I gotta try these. So let's try the coffee one.
I'll give you a
first.
quick rundown. This is called Life Begins Again. So this is an Imperial Coffee Stout at 12.3%. It is decadent Imperial Stout brewed with flaked oats, chocolate malt, roasted barley, and several varieties of crystal malt. Post-fermentation, the beer was rested on a freshly ground coffee from Batdorf and Bronson.
Do you know them? Do you know that coffee
I
shop?
don't know that coffee shop, but man, check them out. So I do that coffee.
Shout out to that coffee shop.
Yes, shout out to that coffee shop.
Oh,
Make sure I
wow.
grab the right one.
Now, a lot of coffee on that smell.
Woo!
A lot of coffee on that smell.
I will say, going in, if you do not like coffee,
Wouldn't venture
skip
for
it. If you are a coffee fiend like I am, I think this is a must-do.
This has the smell of a 6% coffee stout where you can get a lot of coffee, but this is 12%, so let's see what this tastes like. Oh, wow, that coffee continues.
Man.
Coffee, roasted coffee.
Yes.
A lot of roast, a lot of coffee. That is really dominating. A little bit of chocolate, maybe. A little bit of chocolate.
yeah.
But
Chocolate,
The
a lot
coffee
of
and the roast
roastiness.
really dominates that. So you gotta like coffee to like this. You have to like coffee. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts.
You have to love black coffee. If you put creamer in it, this is not for you. If you put creamer in coffee, you should die.
Now, what
Not
I was
really, not really.
What I was really surprised though, what I was really surprised a little bit is the mouthfeel is a little light.
Yeah, it is. It's surprising because you would think, as heavy as this is,
I would think this is about 6-7% coffee stout.
mouthfeel, yes, but I will say I get a boozy warmth on it though. It's burn. It's got a nice burn to it. Especially about 30 seconds later, I can just feel it right there.
You know what? There's a little delayed burn with the, yeah, I got you now.
It's funny too, is it's definitely dark, but it's not as thick as you would think it is. However, like look how it sticks to the side of the glass though. I mean, it's not as thick as you would think it would be, but it's definitely, it clings. I like that part, when you can move it around and it actually sticks on the glass. Okay, we're skipping ratings. We're going straight to
no. See, I was so excited that I forgot about the ratings. I'm gonna let you go first.
All right.
Coffee's your thing.
Okay, so if you're ordering a coffee stout, first off, color, it's dark. There's no opaqueness to it. This is just
Good color for it, yeah.
It's got, and it does maintain a nice head to it, and it's got a nice roastiness color to it. Smell, 100% coffee. So again, liking that, I'm at a 4.25. I'm more for color and the smell because I love coffee. And when it comes to taste, it is straight on. This is like an espresso, triple espresso with booze. I absolutely love this beer. I think it's the best coffee stout that I've ever had, but it is definitely a top 10 coffee stout. Across the board, 4.25. I think this is really, really good.
4.25 for you?
Yeah, I like this a lot. Color is great, taste is great, smell is great. I think it's a little bit. I think if the mouthfeel had more coating to it and it clung, I'd probably go a little bit higher. Okay. But I think the only thing where it lacks a little bit is just on mouthfeel.
Yeah, you're right. Color is right where it should be. Smell for a coffee stout, I mean, that's spot on. 4.25. Taste for me, I'm going right around 4. Mouthfeel about 3.8.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm right about 4.05. So I feel like it's just into, if you're here, this is one you definitely got to try.
Yeah.
I think you like the coffee a little more.
I like the coffee more.
It's all your personal,
yeah.
but no, definitely. I think that one tops the 4 for me too.
That's really good and definitely worth trying out if you like coffee. If you don't, again,
Right there.
double vanilla with Scottish vanilla. This is an imperial stout at a luscious 12.8% ABV. This is a long boil stout that was rested in freshly dumped vanilla extract bourbon barrel for 30 months. Several pounds of Madagascar vanilla beans, which is our favorite. You love vanilla.
Oh, they're my favorite.
They were
Good
added
action.
during the last month of the conditioning. Notes of vanilla and chocolate throughout. So basically, if you're not a coffee person, you love everything else about a stout, this is probably party in the mouth.
Yeah. Just look at the look. It's just as dark as that one, and it's hard because we let it sit a little bit. But the head,
Oh, it's nice.
it's a nice little tan, good color to it. Smell, you can just smell the vanilla and the bourbon.
The smell is 4.5. It is so
That
good.
is where it should
I
be.
don't know what it's gonna taste like, but the smell is amazing.
And we did let this warm up a little bit to try to get it to a more proper stout drinking temperature. And yes, it is, wow. It starts off with some of the chocolate, some of the rose, but then that vanilla. And then, since it's a vanilla soaked bourbon barrels, I get a little more bourbon and then a little bit of the oakiness of the barrel, but I do
100%.
actually get some bourbon characteristics out of it, not just the barrel. And its waves, it's simple, but it's complex. How it hits you with the chocolate, vanilla, bourbon barrel, and the mouthfeel, it's a little more viscous, it's a little more thicker, so I think it has a little better mouthfeel. And overall, I'm enjoying this beer.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's just that's what it should be. And it's perfect. It's funny, it's not a whole bunch of adjuncts, it's like an adjunct. It's just
I'm gonna
vanilla.
tell you, by far, this is my favorite beer so far tonight.
100%. So now the question is, does it hit the 4.5 mark, or is it hit below?
All right. So I told you before, I'm a tough tester.
Yes.
Somebody's 5 is my 4.5. I just don't believe there's a
I
perfect.
understand.
I haven't met a perfect beer out there.
Pliny the Elder.
It's hard. It's hard. But what, the color and the color, just like this one, it nails it. I think this one's a little higher because I think the head on it was a little darker. It kind of looked nice. Smell. Smells good. Smells good. 4.25. Taste is about a 4.25. I mean, and I'm for a lot of people. I said I'm a hard grader. I'm tough on that. Mouthfeel 4.25. I'm hitting about a 4.2, 4.25 on this, and for me, probably my favorite beer is maybe a 4.6. So this is really good. This is, if they had this to go, I would be for sure buying this.
100%. Go. I tend to either really be really great with a rating or really just hate it rating. So I don't rate. If I don't like it, I just don't rate. I won't say a 4 or 5, but I only get like a 4 or 4. I think that is good. Such a great beer. And it's funny because it's nothing crazy again. It's just everything's done perfectly. It's just a fantastic beer. The only downside is it's not available to go. Other than that, it's a fantastic beer. If it was available to go, I'd give it a 4 or 5.
Take us to a bottle
But since
share.
it's not, it's 4 or 4.
You take us to a bottle share. You're gonna love it.
People don't love this thing. Yeah, this is crazy good. So, I guess we'll wrap up. We already know what our favorite is. There's only one.
No secret which one my favorite is.
There is only one.
But this is my first time here at Tour Shop, and just looking at the quality of their beers. Not only, I mean, obviously this one, but the other ones. So I was thoroughly impressed.
We've had 6, and of the 6, I think 5 of them are fantastic beers. I mean, and this one actually is good. It's just not what we thought it would be. There's no reason I'm dinging it. It's because it's not what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I forgot. There's one other thing I always like to do. Always like to mix. And I'm not mixing all of it because I want to save some of this for myself. But I want to see with what the vanilla bourbon will do to a coffee. Coffee still dominates.
Yeah, the coffee is
Coffee
strong.
still
I don't think
dominates.
you can't mix that one. I think there's too much coffee.
Coffee's so nice.
There's too much coffee. I think to really get.
But again, they do a great job here. Enjoyed all their styles, even if they were a little misrepresented. But I think they did a good job here, so I would definitely recommend if you were in the area here. What area is this considered?
Midtown.
Midtown.
Yeah.
Definitely come by, and this is definitely a stop, especially in this area.
And the food here is fantastic as well. I mean, I had the fries earlier, but the burgers are fantastic. I've had a chicken sandwich here before as well. It's really, really good. Just great proportions, great food, great service. Oh, if you come in, ask for Justin. There's only 2 people here, so he's running around like mad. Justin's the dude. And definitely recommend the 2 stouts. 100%. You gotta get them.